If you've been playing VR for a while, you would know there are basically two big genres in the industry: real-life guns and medieval fantasy. These two types of games are essentially what cats and dogs are for pets, but in VR. And while that's cool, when it comes to these types of games, there is definitely a percentage of what I would like to call digital e-waste. When I look for a new game that happens to be in this genre, not to mention the release date, I am typically pretty worried that I'm just wasting my money.
Oh. Why? Okay, we had voice. I'm not reading this.
But to my surprise, I will say that this isn't a bad game. But there is a massive asterisk on the back of this sentence.
And I know you just said don't enter this at all circumstances, but we're gonna do it. Oh, I don't have a weapon. Just kill me. I am ready. I'll be back for you, punk.
Like I said, I am genuinely surprised with the heart of this game. It has a progression system similar to Dungeons of Eternity, where you get better weapons as you play, which I like, but it also has a pretty neat class system and a leveling system similar to what you would see in just a regular MMO.
Obviously, this is like cool and whatnot, but like, I don't know, at the same time, like, I'm not gonna play this. You know what I mean?
There are a bunch of weapons, honestly, way too many weapons for me to try out in a reasonable amount of time. So instead of going with swords, I decided to grab a magic book and some good old American magic.
I mean, like, is that a gun? That's a gun. I didn't think I'd see one of these anytime soon. 1,000?
I don't know why this game needed guns. The bow was awful.
Okay, it's very janky, but I will say that's all I pretty much have to say.
But I thought the magic was actually pretty cool, but since the guns were just so strong, I felt like I could do way more with just a stupid little flintlock. Now yes, there are swords, but it feels less like a sword and more like a piece of cardboard attached to a handle. And because of that, I have refrained from using as much melee as possible. Yes, you can throw melee weapons, but they travel an outstanding and impressive 6 feet. So for the most part, I just used a magic staff, because for one, it can shoot magic, and two, it's surprisingly good at just hitting enemies on the head. Another thing, this game is so dark, and that's not exclusive to this genre, but it is comically hard to see. At least comically dark when I watched this footage, because in the moment, I was absolutely mortified. I don't know if it's just me, but dark in VR mixes as well as oil and water. If it's dark, I am constantly scared of something coming out, and because of that, I end up practically closing my eyes when I walk around.
All right, I'll be back.
Going into a dungeon without weapons. How interesting.
Oh.
Go ahead. I want to see this.
No. Wait. It's so dark. Oh, this just turned into horror. What the fuck? Oh, I don't like this.
It's a shame, really, because the progression and leveling seem really cool. Like if you slap this type of progression into something like Ancient Dungeon VR or Dungeons of Eternity, I would be playing so much VR that my headset would be practically glued to my face from the sweat. And the reason why I am saying this is a shame is not just because of the lighting, it's that this game just kind of falls flat. I really like sword fighting in VR, mainly because I don't need to be a prodigy in aiming a gun. But for some reason, I just don't like the swords or how melee works as a whole.
Swinging your weapon, maximum melee. To do maximum damage, you need to make distance with your weapon before you land your hit. Okay. if this is gonna be like this, we're gonna have a bad time today.
I get that this game is old and the last update was a fat minute ago, but I feel that this game just begins to fall apart the more I play it. Like I say in most VR games, multiplayer is king. If you don't have it, you should look into getting it, and if you have it, pray that you have enough people playing the game. This game's problem lies in the second point. When I was playing, I was the only person online, and because of that, the game got old pretty quick.
All right, there's one player online.
Welcome back, Dungeon.
I have a feeling it's me.
I can tell you this, if this game had an active player base, it would be great. Aside from the wide weapon choices, I really like the progression. I really like it. But considering the fact that there is literally nobody playing the game when I play it, it is a crime. Do you know what else is a crime? If you look at the prices at some of these items, you would need to commit so much time into getting them, never mind all of them.
You're pretty neat. I'll give you that. I'm not. Wait, this is kind of cool. You can buy a pet to do stuff for you.
Considering there are only a few good options, if this game was on the Quest store along with some tweaks, I guarantee you that this game would be a pretty strong contender for one of the top fantasy dungeon games. I like the majority of this game, but I feel this game struggles with the same problems every other multiplayer PC VR games face. Anyways, that's all I really have for you guys today. I want to take some time and really say thanks for the support you guys gave me on that last video. It did really well and I'm looking into making more of them. It was pretty fun and I'm glad you guys liked it. Also, if you never hear my voice again, I hope you guys have a good day. And if for some reason you are subscribing or will keep watching my videos, first off, why? But also, thank you. Anyways, I'm gonna go. Bye-bye.